Be honest. Like most of the people, are you also entering 2026 without a plan to manifest success? You see, most people fail at manifestation not because they lack desire, but because their energy is scattered. They have this self doubt, tiny doubt. They want to achieve something, but this tiny doubt inside their mind, inside their head, is something that is not allowing them to manifest or achieve what they want. So, Krishna gave us the three-layer formula to manifest anything we want in our life. And so thoughtful of our Krishna to give us the Bhagavad Gita so that we can navigate through this modern chaos, modern stress, and the life that we are leading right now. Just think, if Krishna had not given us Bhagavad Gita, what our life would have been. Chaotic, right? To understand this, have you ever noticed all the successful people around us who have achieved something in their life, who have manifested something in their life? They never say that for 1 second also they doubted themselves. They never say that the thought of not being able to achieve it ever came into their head. They always say that I knew I will be able to achieve it. I knew I'll be able to do it. How? How is that same thought that comes in your head never came in their head? That's what we are going to understand today. So, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2.41 says, O descendant of the Kurus, the intellect of those who are on this path are resolute, and their aim is one pointed. But the intellect of those who are irresolute is many branched. Meaning, Krishna is essentially telling Arjun that success is the result of the unified mind. Like I said earlier, most people fail at manifestation not because they lack desire, but they have energy which is scattered. They think about doing something, but there is this tiny doubt that pops up in their head because of which they are not able to achieve what they want to achieve. Now, let's break down these three layers that Krishna talked about in the Bhagavad Gita, that is Sankalp, Ekagrata, and Chitta Shuddhi, and how these three layers alignment help us in manifesting whatever we want. Let's understand the anatomy of effortless manifestation that Krishna taught us. Now, you want to get a hole into a leaf using a magnifying glass and the sun rays. Now, you decide a point at which you want the hole to be done, right? That's your sankalp, deciding a specific spot on the leaf. Now, you're holding the magnifying glass steadily at one position so that the beam of sun rays can hit that particular point. That is your ekagrata. And because you have made the glass clean so that the rays hit that and passes through it without getting distorted, that is chitta shuddhi. And how these each layer specifically aids manifestation? So let's start with the first, that is sankalp, the blueprint. In modern terms, this is decision. I wouldn't say this is wishes, because wish is more or less hopes, but we're talking about decisions, the vow, the sankalp. Sankalp is a vow, a decision that you want to achieve. And how it works is, universe responds to clarity. If you walk in a restaurant and you say you want pasta, and then you say maybe pizza, will the waiter be able to give you anything? No, right? So the rule is, when sankalp is fixed, the subconscious mind stops looking for the escape plan. Instead, it starts looking for the solution. It basically fixes the coordinates, GPS coordinates. The second is ekagrata, the laser beam. This represents attention. The normal human mind is multi branched. At the same time, you're focusing on the past, future, present. You're thinking about something else. You're thinking about your success. There's so many things that are going on. So, the scattered energy, what Ekagrata does is that it gathers all the scattered mental energy into a single beam of focus directed towards Sankalp. And how it manifests? Energy follows where the attention goes. So if you are 50% focused on your goal and 50% you're carrying the weight of the worry whether you will succeed or not, you're neutralizing the effort, right? So there has to be 100% focus only and only on the goal. And the rule is when you have ekagrata, you stop trying to make things happen. Instead, you do things which are necessary without distractions and you enter into a flow state. The third, chitta shuddhi, the clear channel. This is the most critical and often ignored step in manifestation. This means cleansing your mind of fear, ego, anxiety, and surrendering your result to Divine Krishna. How it manifests? Anxiety of failure is the biggest block to manifestation. But I'll give you a very simple way to overcome this. If you desperately need something to happen, you are signaling lack and fear. Chitta Shuddhi removes the desperation. It replaces I need this or I'll not be able to survive with I am doing my best and I trust the outcome will be right. The rule when the heart is pure, there is no anxiety, there is no resistance, you become a clear channel for the results to flow through you. Why alignment makes it effortless? So you have three separate things and you struggle. So you have intention, that is sankalp, but there is no focus, ekagrata. You have sankalp, intention, and focus, ekagrata, but there is no surrender or faith, that is chitta shuddhi. When you decide, focus all your energy on the action and completely trust that Krishna is handling the outcome, the friction of life disappears. You are no longer pushing a boulder up a hill, you are sailing a boat with the wind. Manifestation happens when your will, sankalp, and your focus, that is ekagrata, is powered by faith, that is chitta shuddhi. Now, let me give you three simple steps through which you can manifest anything in 2026. Step 1, Sankalp. In your new journal, new manifestation journal, write your Sankalp, write your will, intention on the first blank page, the first page of the journal, so that whenever you open the journal, you should be able to see it. And why it works? You are commanding your subconscious mind to filter the distractions before it works. You're basically setting up the GPS coordinates. Step 2, Ekagrata. Every night, after everything is done, sit in your room, close your eyes for 2 minutes, and visualize you doing the task for the result or for the success that you want to achieve. So you will not visualize the success, the money if you want to get, good results if you want to get, promotion if you want to get. No, you will visualize the task you are doing to achieve that success. That if you want good marks, you're studying, if you want promotion, you're working, if you want good money in the business, you are working. So you have to visualize you doing the task, not the end result. Okay, hold your mind steady. If it goes back to the next day breakfast or some assignment or some project, no, bring it back to visualizing you doing the task in that 2 minutes. And why it works? This is a warm up for your focus muscle. You are creating a neural path for the work before you actually do it. Step 3, Chitta Shuddhi. So, this is the most important and crucial step to remove anxiety of results. And I have the best way, simplest way in which you can remove the anxiety instantly. So, in the same manifestation journal, you start writing to Krishna. Yes, write a letter to Krishna. Write a letter to Krishna as if he's your best friend. So every day, after visualization, after your ekagrata step, write a letter to Krishna. Tell him about everything you had that day, your fear, your anxiety, and in the end, also tell him that you did your best today and you completely surrender in him and have faith in whatever is the right, Krishna will give you that. And you will see that it starts working. It instantly dissolves your performance pressure. When you're not worried about the fruit, the result, your mind becomes clean, light, and efficient. And if you want, you can share these letters with us at modernaimystic@gmail.com. Every Saturday in our Letter to Krishna episode, we read out your letters with the same devotion and intensity that you put into writing it. And we also try to give you a response and a reply to something that you have asked. Because writing to Krishna isn't about getting answers instantly, it is about letting go. It is about understanding that you are not alone in this. And if you think that this video has helped you and can help someone else also, please like, share, and subscribe. Until we meet next time, Hare Krishna and take care.